We went from the biggest room that we ever had in Norway, spacious interior suite, to the smallest room we've ever had. I think this one's 166, and the bathroom definitely feels like the smallest.
And we have the biggest children we've ever had as well on this trip.
For sure. They just keep growing.
We are on a 7-night Eastern Caribbean cruise to and from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, on the Majestic Princess, staying in one of the smallest rooms we've ever stayed in. It's an interior room on deck 10, which is a deck sandwiched between two stateroom-only decks. In this video, we'll give you a detailed room tour and review so you can be prepared for what to expect.
This is our room, 537 on deck 10, and it's about in the middle of the ship, middle horizontally and middle vertically, which is the best when you're cruising and you want minimal movement for getting seasick. So come on in. This is medallion class, which means that you need to use your medallion that they give you when you get on the cruise ship to enter the room. So you walk in, and immediately to your right is a tiny little corridor with a very large closet. Considering the small size of the room, there is a large closet that we managed to fill up for the entire trip with suitcases and shoes galore. We brought so many shoes on this trip that this rack wasn't even big enough for our family of 4. There is a large closet in here with a safe. I'm not sure on the measurements of the safe, but it looks like it's covers about the size of a piece of paper or more, 8.5 by 11 maybe. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5 shelves, which we managed to fill as well for the cruise with folded clothing and snorkel masks and hats and extra towels. And then you step right into the bathroom. There's a light switch right here. The bathroom is quite small. It might be the smallest bathroom we've ever had on a cruise ship, definitely the smallest one we've had in a few years. And there is a very large sink, and I feel like they did a good job of remodeling this ship. It was recently remodeled. The ship is from 2017, and the sink is quite nice, at least for our family of 4. 2 of us can brush our teeth at the same time. It's pretty large. They provide you with hand wash and body lotion, and there's a decent amount of counter space over here where you can actually stow some stuff, and 3 shelves for additional things. There's no medicine cabinet, no other space of storing stuff except for the bottom here where we've put our snorkel masks. There's a clothesline that you can hang all your wet items on, and they provide you shampoo and conditioner in one, as well as body wash. There is a shower head that's removable, which is nice, especially for a tight space. You need to rinse off sandy feet. There's also a temperature adjustment right here that you push in. It's good for children so they're not like scalding themselves, so you can push it in and turn it to the correct temperature. There's a foot area that's easier for shaving if you're a female. There are 2 hooks on the doors that helps for hanging things, but just overall very, very tight quarters. 2 of us can barely fit in here.
So the shower sprayed all over the ground. There's no like hard closure, it's just a shower curtain. And it sprays on a seat and kind of goes straight into the bathroom.
It's a good thing we had some pool towels. That's crazy. This is the only plug in the bathroom, and it's not wide enough for a US plug because the blades are too narrow. Steve couldn't plug his razor into there, so he actually had to shave in our bedroom area with a towel on the desk. Coming out of the bathroom, there is a large mirror. I think it's so big because they want you to feel like the room is so big, but it's not. And then you walk in here, and this is pretty much the other half of the room. A little bit larger, I guess. There's a large desk that's nice for putting all your stuff or writing thank yous to your waiters or steward. And then there is actually a fridge in here. It's a cute little fridge, but it doesn't have a freezer. Not really sure what you'd use it for because there is an overabundance of food on the ship, so it's not like you need to like hoard like food in the fridge, but you have it if you want it. I'm not sure what kind of plug type this is, but you've got that, and then you've got your European plug that you can put in here, and then there's 2 US type plugs, but these are the only ones in here. So in the room you have quite a large TV, and it will show you, there's settings where you can put on the navigation, the weather, the bridge camera, and whatever else. I'm not sure what else you can watch in here because we haven't watched anything. But it shows your route, which is super fun because I like maps. There are 4 drawers here, which were adequate for Steve's and my clothing for the trip for our 7-night cruise. And this was like a catch-all drawer for us. And there's a hair dryer. Can you believe that? There's a hair dryer in the drawer. It's stuck in the drawer. So if you want to hair dry in the bathroom, you can't. The cord does not reach over to the bathroom. There's a manual thermostat. We've had it set on cold and it's been a nice temperature in our room. The queen bed, which can actually be configured as 2 twin beds if you're wanting to sleep 4 people separately in here. Well, our bed are not the queen bed. Note to self, Princess Cruise Consultants cannot book the type of bed that you want on the cruise, so now we have to have the steward change it. There are 2 USB Type A plugs on the side of the bed that we can charge our phones on that have been handy, but it's only on one side of the bed, and there's no plugs on the other side of the bed. There are 2 drawers and a cubby on each side of the bed. These are the Pullman beds that our steward puts down every night, and you're technically, as a passenger, not allowed to operate the beds. They have a warning label on the side of them that you're not allowed to pull them down yourself, and actually there's a limit of 550 pounds per bed, so make sure you don't eat too much cruise food before you go up on these. The Pullman beds are easy to pull down, just like this. And just like that, the beds are made. They do not recommend these beds for children under 9. But honestly, having kids myself, I would say that probably 5 and up, 6 and up would probably be fine with them. These 2 ladders just slip in on the ends of the bed on this side, but the one on the walkway side to the bathroom is actually a big hazard, and we've been putting these small pillows on the side of the ladder so that we don't stub our toe in the middle of the night. There's actually lights by the Pullman beds so you can read something at night if you'd like. Princess, we do not like your motion lights. This is the only room that we have had motion censored lights, and it's really, really challenging trying to sneak around in the night when we have 2 kids sleeping, and then the lights come on and we can't turn them off. So there's lights that come on each side of the bed, and then by the entranceway there's a motion sensor light, and it just came on. This light comes on and it's super bright. Pretend it's the middle of the night and you're sleeping, and then somebody gets up to go to the bathroom. This is how bright it's going to be. It's pretty bright and pretty disruptive to everybody's sleeping. In a nutshell, we like to travel on a budget, which is why we picked this room. This interior room has to be like the smallest one we've ever had, but since we like to travel on a budget, we are okay with it. But honestly, if you have 4 people in here, it's really, really crammed and not that pleasant. It's a cozy little room, but if we didn't want to be on a budget, we would definitely pick a bigger room.
Join us in this cruise series as we sail around the Caribbean on the Majestic Princess to 3 ports we have never been before: Princess Cays in the Bahamas, San Juan, Puerto Rico, and St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands, where we ferried to St. John to visit the Virgin Islands National Park. We love cruising and hiking, the outdoors, and traveling. Please like, comment, and subscribe to follow along on our future travels. See you on our next adventure.